Alright, good morning everyone. I'm going to give it a couple minutes here for more people to join, and then we'll get over this pre-market plan right here. I'll zoom out really quick so you can have my zones while you wait. This is a big 30 minutes, but this was on news candle, so it's the only thing we could work with over here. Start up here in a minute. Alright, so what I'm looking for over here, right, I want to see buyers support this in here. Right, I want to see them support the extra buyers that were over here. I want to see them support view up like they're doing right now. I want to look to long somewhere down here. Now if we do not get this, if we just start rallying from 9:15 on, I will look for a break of this, a retest back down to hold this 52.57 area, to then take it to supply in there. Now this is a big supply, like I said. My areas of interest are the touch of it, 52.72, 52.80, and 52.85-ish, the exact top of the actual supply where that news candle was. If you don't want to look to trade in between, if you think it's noise and you think the market's going to go up, it looks very bullish, you can look to do something more like this. Take profit 1, take profit 2. These are very far away from each other, especially for ES, so I would look for somewhere in the middle at least. But I'd really like to get this pullback first. Even if we get this pullback very early in the morning, I'm looking to take that. I want to see buyers, maybe we can get a nice little short squeeze here. People are going to go short underneath this, yet they don't see all this in here. So we can look for something more like this in here to then take it up, right? That's my first area of interest. Again, like I wrote in the pre-market plan in the Discord, we're also looking to long off of these areas in here if we find buyers, right? That's not the only plan I have for a possible reversal or a possible long in the market. I'm going to look to generally long inside demand if we can get buyers to step in, right? If we get a reversal in the market down here. That is just the early morning move. That is the first move I want to take, nice and early, take my profits and get out the market. If I cannot manage that, if we are short, for example, if we're short here, I'll explain it in a short scenario in a couple minutes right here, but I'm going to look to long or reverse off of these areas inside demand and key areas, right? This is where possible reversals happen. This is where you're going to look to take profit or reverse the market. Now for shorts, I want to, in general, see this. Since we're already moving up, I want to see a resistance of this area in here, a nice ceiling, to then take this down. Now when we take this down, scenario 1 can happen. We can find buyers again in here. So you're going to look to take profits if you find some buyers. If you don't find buyers, you're going to look to take this down to this demand zone in here. Now if you miss this move and you didn't get it up here, you do not chase, especially inside demand. You're going to look for something like this, a break, a retest showing sellers holding that area, and then follow the original plan to this demand in here, right? So area of interest to short, area of interest to short. Like I said, if we pass this, this isn't my only areas to short. I want to short where I would take profits on the top side, right? I want to short inside the supply in here. I'm looking at 52.68. I'm looking at 52.72, 52.80, and 52.85 in here. Is that better, Ray? Volume was low, but you could hear everything, right? All right, so like I was just saying, I'm looking too short in this general area right here. If you miss this, I'm looking for this in here. 1, 2. If we do not get this, if we squeeze by, perfectly fine. I'm going to look to have intraday clues and possibly take a short over this area, maybe a short squeeze, or inside the supply in here. Obviously, the supply is going to be the main area that I'm looking at, especially if we pass this area. I'm not going to look to trade in any of this right here. This is a no. I'm looking to trade inside supply. That's where I'm looking to short. I do not want to short or long outside of my edge. These areas are the edge. Anywhere in between is noise. Now for NQ, the same exact thing. If I want to short, I'm looking for something like this. Early morning shorts, I'm looking to take the short here. If I do not get this, I'm not looking to short inside this buyer's candle, right? I'm looking to short on the retest of this area. I'm looking to short on the retest of 18,200. These are all very safe areas to take trades, especially on a break and retest. So the first area of interest is supply in here. This touches supply. I want to see sellers step in here. I want to see a lower high created, right? I really don't want to pass this area. If we do, we're still in supply, which is perfectly fine. I do not want to be a first-time seller if we pass this. I'm going to wait for some price to make some movements. Even if we get all the way up here and we start to drop, I'm not chasing this drop. I will wait for something like this to happen and get in on the retest, play it nice and safe. Volume is your best friend. This will help you gauge when to enter. But the first area I'm looking at is the supply touch. Take this short. Again, take this short to demand in here. And then the first long play could possibly happen. That's why you're looking to take profits inside demand. If not, if we find sellers, you're looking to take this all the way down. Again, if you didn't enter up here, perfectly fine. You're going to look for a break and retest. If you have good confluences to go short, you're going to go short here. You're going to either look to take profits at 18,200. The way this works is if you're looking to take profits at 18,200, if we find buyers, right? If we don't find buyers and we break it and we retest again, you can look to short it if you think the market's going to squeeze even lower to 18,167 and then demand in here. Like I said, these are key areas of take profit, reversals, and entries. The top, when we're underneath them, you want to see them as resistance. So for example, like this, you want to see this area as resistance to then go short. If you're looking to reverse the market, you want to see this area or 18,200 hold to then go long, right? You need confluences in the market. Nothing will just work at random. Even if you short inside supply, buy inside demand, it will never always work. You need confluences in the market to help your thesis. The more confluences you have, the higher probability trade it's going to be. The easier it's going to be in your favor. That's why these areas are key. You have confluences to go short in them. You have confluences to go long. A break and retest with confluences is good to go short again. And then you have these key zones in here that you're going to look to, for example, 1867. If this wasn't close to demand, I would look for a break and retest down into demand, right? If demand wasn't as close. For me, I'm not comfortable with risking anything, looking for only a possible 17 points before a possible reversal inside demand. So I have no interest in this bottom area to then short it. This bottom area would be a take profit area for me because it is a possible reversal point in the market. The market can come down like this, make whatever price action it wants to make, and then we can get a reversal here and not touch demand and come all the way back into the wedge that we're creating in here. So again, main thing I'm looking for, if I want to short, I'm looking for this. Possible entry in here, possible entry in here. Now again, if we pass this, doesn't mean I'm only looking to long. We can short at 18,350 in here. We can even short in the middle. The main areas of interest for my supply zones are always the top and the bottom, right? We pass through this perfectly fine. We can look to short inside here too on a reversal, especially 18,400. That's going to be big. These are my main areas of focus, but I also marked down, if you notice in the pre-market plan, areas of possible reversals in here. 18,400 is a huge area of possible reversal. We have the psychological number, huge number, and we also have supply along with it. Like I said, to long, I really would like to see buyers soak this up and then take it long. If not, we can always wait for possible reversal holding this area in here, 18,213 or even 18,200. 18,200 is huge. If buyers hold that, we can see a nice reversal. If we come down, or for example, we come down into here, I always say take ATR into consideration. Do not expect a move like this to happen. It very well can happen. 300 points on NQ happens often. The average range for NQ is about 240 to 260, so we're not really expecting a move like this. If I'm buying in here, most likely I'm looking to sell in here or in here. I'm not looking for that squeeze because we can just come into a nice wedge and we can ruin all the profits that we took, and it could just become like this. Any questions? Awesome. For some of you who didn't see ES, it is the exact same plan as NQ. I'm looking to long this general area. These buyers, as you can see, we have a confluence second time around. These buyers are showing strength in here to then take it to 52.57. 52.57 plays out. If we're looking to short, perfect short, same exact play. I'm looking for this, and I'm looking for this to enter short. If we're looking to long over here, buyers are showing present. We're not interested in shorting. I want to see something like this happen. I want to see a possible break or some resistance. Market comes back down to 52.57. Buyers are showing present, whether it's passive or aggressive down here. And then I want to take it inside to supply. Very, very simple early morning moves. I believe following these plans this morning will give us some really good gains, and we can get out the market very quick. Minimal risk on the table. All right, so if there's no questions, I'm going to be ending it here, and then I'll be in the intraday commentary. I will be sending out, 1 second, I'm going to send this link out for whoever's not in the premium with me. That's a 3-day free trial for whoever's not in the premium. All right, so I'm going to be getting off here. I'm going to prep myself, and then I'll be in the intraday commentary.